Happy Monday, everybody. What is up? I hope you had a fantastic weekend. A lot of Legends of Runeterra content again. This one, with how well the video on Friday did. So the video on Friday was top 10 OP cards right now for the beta of Legends of Runeterra. Link up there. As always, if you like what you see, if you like the other videos, please remember to subscribe below, hit that red button, give this video a thumbs up. Also, I do stream on Mondays and Fridays and Saturdays on Twitch. So that information will be below if you want to go ahead and check out my stream. But I will get right into the best of the worst. Alright, so number 10 is funny. I'm not just hating on Poros. I promise I love Poros as much as the next guy from League of Legends. I swear to God. But we got Affectionate Poro and Nimble Poros. There's actually a 2-for-1 in this. There's actually another 2-for-1 later on in the video too. But with this one in particular, Nimble Poro has Quick Attack. It's a 1-1. Affectionate Poro has Challenger. It's a 1-1. In both scenarios, having Quick Attack or Challenger on a 1-1, to me, doesn't really even seem like an added bonus because it's gonna die anyways. So great, you're gonna do 1 damage with the Quick Attack, but then you're probably gonna die anyways, and you're gonna do 1 damage with the Challenger, and again you're probably gonna die anyways. And the Challenger, honestly, you're not gonna kill anything. So I think if both of these had 1 more attack, the rest of the Poros are cool. I think Fluff of Poros is great. Win condition, I think it's a funny deck type that I kind of want to try out. So the rest of the Poros are a-okay. Number 9 is Vision. So this is from Noxus, I believe, if I remember correctly. When it's cast or discarded, all your allies gain +1/+0. It costs 3. It does it. It's a burst spell. It does it across the field. Because it's discarded, kind of saves it a little bit, which is why it's number 9 on this list and not terrible. If it's discarded through another card effect, you kind of get it for free, which is great. But otherwise, 3 costs for that seems way too much for me. I think it should be 2 costs. It may be overpowered because of the discard effect and it only being 2. I don't know, but generally speaking, I don't think this card is very good. I don't think it's going to be played whatsoever. Number 8 is Stand Alone. I think this is Demacia, and it costs 3, and it's +3/+3 if you get 1 guy in the field. Basically, kind of like Braum's Take Heart, so it's 3/3 plus a condition. So Braum's Take Heart's also 3/3, but it's on a damaged ally. To me, having somebody damaged is far easier than only having 1 ally in the field. 1 ally in the field seems a little bit more restrictive. So for that reason, I don't think this is good, especially when you have another card that's far better than it. Number 7 is Get Excited. Boy, do I love me some Jinx. I love Jinx in League of Legends and the lore. I love her in general as a character. And I love this deck idea. So this is yet another deck that once the beta comes out, I definitely want to release a video for come the 14th. But this, right now, again, 3 cost and you have to discard a card. It literally is useless unless you play it in the exact Jinx deck that it was basically made for. Jinx deck, basically you draw a ton of cards, you discard a ton of cards. So that's the point of the deck. It's decent in that. Otherwise, not so much. So I'd say maybe reduce the cost 1 and then it's playable for other decks as well. Unless their intent is to only have it played for 1 deck. I don't know. But as of now, 6 is Funsmith, and this is a typical card in any game. Hearthstone has a ton of these. Essentially, it's spell damage +1 in Hearthstone. They're never played in Hearthstone. I mean, not never. There's some, right? You got Blood Mage Stalanos, which is a great card because it also draws you a card. It has another added bonus effect. It's also a legendary card for that reason. This, 5 cost for 2/3 stats. Not cutting it. Not going to be good. It's just going to be another non-played spell damage card. I vote this costs 4 and maybe even have the attack raised to 3/3 for this to be playable. Otherwise, this is one of the most useless cards in the game. Alright, next up is the Mage Seekers. So, there's 2 of them. One, I would say, doesn't really need to be on this list simply because it's a pretty versatile combo card. But they're both pretty expensive and I don't think are worth it. Mage Seeker Persuader and Mage Seeker Inciter. Basically, one is you discard a card, you gain that card's, let me look at the card. I gotta make sure I get this effect right. Equal to its cost. So one is you gain attack equal to its cost. One is you gain health equal to its cost. The attack one, obviously, that's more of a combo-esque thing. You can maybe buff something up or buff it up really high. Attack, win the game. Health, not so much. The health one does have Challenger, which kind of promotes the whole buffing up its health so it can keep killing off units. But I think discarding, I mean, to get really good stats out of these, considering they cost 6 and 4 mana, you're going to need to discard something that costs 4, 5, or 6 mana, and I just don't think that's worth it. Now we have Atrocity. So this is yet another card keeping on the same page as basically losing card advantage to gain a powerful effect. This one, and again, take a look at the card, make sure I got it right. Kill an ally to deal damage equal to its power to anything. So with this costing 6, it's useless. It's almost useless because you have Vengeance, which costs 7, and you don't need to sacrifice anything. This should be far cheaper if you're sacrificing a unit. Not to mention, it's restricted to the unit's power. So if you're sacrificing something that's 2 power, it really doesn't do anything. So you need to sacrifice something that's probably at least 5 power, so in which case now you're spending 11 total mana, basically the unit plus the card, just to kill a unit. Not gonna fly. Number 3, we're in the top 3 now. Navori Conspirator and Amateur Aeronaut. These are both similar, okay? The reason I bring up Amateur Aeronaut too is for 3 cost, elusive 2/3. This one's not on this list, so I think it's okay. It's decently balanced. Maybe not, the best of cards, but it's okay. It's similar in that it's the same type of card as the Navori Conspirator. It's got elusive, so you can see just to kind of compare these stats here. This one's a 2/3, 3 cost. Health is usually prioritized a little bit more than strength, depending on the card effects. Navori Conspirator for 2 cost, 3 attack, 2 health. You also have to recall an ally. Now, there is some upside that recalling an ally might combo with another, keyword that you have in your deck or something like that. But I don't know, I just feel like it's a little expensive because you are going to have to play that character again. So it's restricted to, again, just one deck type. Number 2, Legion Marauder. So unless I have this effect wrong, this card is not good. So, and I say that because the text says, grant allied Legion Marauders everywhere, in all caps. Gotta really emphasize the everywhere. +1/+1. So that's great. Right, so you buff up the ones in your deck, the ones in your hand, but it's only Legion Marauder. So if you have 3 of these in your deck, right, the last one theoretically would be 5/4 for 3 cost, which is obviously better than a 3 cost card, but that's not worth having to play 3 of these in your deck. I think it should be Legion people, so there's other Legion cards. I think they should do something with +1/+1 with all of the Legion people, but then it would be broken if it was just +1/+1 to Legion everywhere, including deck, hand, all that. So I think they need to scale that back a little bit. And the number 1 worst card. So I just want to preface this by saying this is why I love this game, because even though this card is just inherently bad, it's great. Like it's an alternate win condition that's just fun. And any good card game has a stupid, funny alternate win condition. And for them in the first set to have something like this, it's great, spot on. But I have a problem with the card name. They need to change the card name. Why are you going to put per in the beginning of it, but not in the second word? So obviously we're talking about Pursuit of Perfection here. This card, all you got to do is just change it to a U-R for the perfection, and I'll be happy. Everything will be well with the world. It's bad because by the time you get to the end of the game, the game will be over by then anyways. So if you play 20 cards with different names this game, summing Cataclysm, if they have something like Vengeance, it's literally you did all that for nothing. You play this card, and it's just dead. The thing's dead. You can block it over and over again. I think it has Overwhelm, the big thing that it summons, but there's so many different ways for this plan just to fail. And by the time you actually hit this could be dead in your hand for like, 10 turns. So, and there you have it. That is the top 10 worst cards. So the best of the worst. I hope you enjoyed it. If you agree, if you disagree, comment below with what you think are possibly the worst cards. Tell me if you think one of these cards I mentioned is absolutely not bad at all, and you have a sick combo deck that uses this card and is going to just break the meta when the beta comes out. I don't know. So, it is still in beta. There's a lot of changes that are still going to be made to the game. I think it's fun to kind of review these cards prior to the game coming out and get a jump start on learning, you know, all of the metagame before it even develops. It's very, very fun for me. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that button below, and I will see you at the next video. Peace out.